Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Stir frying is probably the fastest cooking techniques because you can cook a dish usually in less than 5 to 10 minutes. However, when stir frying is in the hand of a professional cook, the speed is even more impressive. Quite often a dish can be cooked in a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. And this is particularly impressive when the food is cooked entirely from scratch using all fresh ingredients with almost no processed food. And this is what makes stir frying such an attractive cooking technique. And this is also make Chinese restaurants to be a place for people who like to go because they can get food that is all fresh. So when it comes to stir frying in home kitchens, there's both differences and similarities. The differences is that in home kitchen, your kitchen stove probably have a burner that have a BTU somewhere between 15,000 to 20,000. Whereas in a professional kitchen, they use dedicated wok stove that can put out as much as 150,000 to 250,000 BTU. And this is why it is possible to cook at such a high speed in a professional kitchen, but it's not the case in a home kitchen. In this video, I would like to discuss what are the things that you cannot do in a home kitchen that can be done in a professional kitchen and vice versa. Obviously, in a professional kitchen, the goal is to cook food as quickly as possible so that when customer place their order, they will get their food usually in 2 to 3 minutes. And this is actually in many ways is the ultimate fast food. In order to cook at this speed, one must have all the ingredients prepped in advance and to have a stove with a high BTU. And in this case, all the cook has to do is to gather the ingredients. And when it comes to cook on a high BTU burner, the most important thing is to stir the food fast enough so that they will not get burned. And because of this reason, it allows cooks in a professional kitchen able to put out dishes in a matter of minutes. But this is not the goal in the home kitchen. And besides, you do not want to cook with a high BTU burner in the home kitchen because it would generate too much oil film, and which would lead to an unhealthy and potentially harmful environment. It does not mean, however, that a home kitchen cannot produce food that is equal or better than a professional kitchen. Unfortunately, there's an impression among the general public is that in order to stir fry properly, you need a stove with a high BTU. That's the only way for you to prepare food that has the same quality as you will from a professional kitchen. In recent years, there's developed a concept known as Wok Chi, which translated into English as the breath of the wok. The idea of Wok Chi is that in order to achieve the flavor that is unique to wok cooking is that you need to have an extremely powerful burner. And in fact, you need to have the food almost to the point as being charred. In fact, the best is to introduce the flame into the wok. And in order to achieve this, you need to have a burner with an extraordinarily high BTU. And consequently, that's the only way to cook the food that with the flavor that you find in a professional kitchen. The image that you need high heat in order to stir fry properly has some very negative impact on stir frying because it turns a lot of people away from stir frying. And the reason is simple because high heat stir frying is not suitable for a home kitchen. Many people, they try to stir fry with high heat. They will heat up their oil to a high temperature and this causes the oil to smoke. There's so many people in the first few times when they stir frying, they let the oil to heat beyond the temperature of the smoking point and it causes the oil to smoke and it trip off their smoke alarm. I remember one student from my cooking class After he took my class, he went and purchased a wok, and he decided he wanted to do some of the cooking that he has done in my cooking class. About a month later, I ran into him again, and I asked him, "How are you doing with your stir-frying?" Well, he said, "I gave up." He said, because each time when I stir-fry, I set off the smoke alarm, and I decided I probably only can stir-fry outdoors, and my kitchen is just not suitable for stir-frying. Unfortunately, the image of a professional cook stir-fry in a professional kitchen, as well as the concept of that you need to have really high temperature in order to cook the food properly to generate Wok Chi, all of this has provided the wrong images for stir-frying. And of course, stir-frying can take place under low heat conditions because generations of people have done stir-frying in their home kitchens. And it is erroneous to under the assumption that you can only stir-fry successfully by using high heat. Now, obviously, the restaurant has a very different concept as home cooking. The goal of a professional kitchen is that to cook food as quickly as possible to meet the customer's satisfaction, and also to cook to the flavor at least the customer willing to accept. But they are not truly concerned about the environment as well as the conditions of the kitchen. They have set up with high power ventilation hoods that will allow them to achieve that. But do they actually cook better food? And the answer is no. In fact, I have personal experience what it is like. You can be really good at stir-frying, but you might not be a very good cook. And that's exactly what I was. When I was a college student, I worked in a Chinese restaurant as a cook. I spent the summer and I learned how to stir-fry well. And I can cook quite a few different dishes according to what the cook has taught me how to do it. But I was not a particularly innovative cook. And if I have to cook for myself without the formula that was given to me and without the instruction that has provided to me, I will make some pretty bad dishes. So in order to become really a good cook, a person must have a good understanding of how the ingredients is going to fit together and how you use a basic set of cooking technique and able to cook different type of ingredients and make them into various type of dishes. And of course, choosing the right ingredients is very important to find the ingredients that are fresh, the ingredients that have great flavor, as well as the ingredients that provide an exceptional combination is the key. And of course, ultimately, to create a flavor in the dish that you would like and enjoy, that the flavor that you know how to continue to improve. And all of this are important aspects to become a good cook and also to make cooking sustainable. And this is the development of the fast cooking system, and which include flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir-frying, and template-based cooking. And each of these four components contribute for you to become a better cook. So if you want to make home cooking sustainable, you must develop an understanding of all the different aspects in how to make a dish taste good, in addition to cook it efficiently. But without question, efficiency is important, particularly in the modern lifestyle. I hope in this video I provide you with an understanding that even though stir-frying is the engine that drives the fast cooking system, but it's also important for the other three components to work together to make the cooking process that is creative, innovative, and fun. Because only when you're able to continue to grow, to make your food taste better, to make your ingredients more creatively used in the dishes, that you will make home cooking sustainable. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.